What's up, guys? Holden here, H1 Fitness. So I just kind of took a hot tub, and um, for my plantar fasciitis, I've been kind of trying to think of new ways to, really help it out. So the first one I kind of discovered is when I had my surgery. I got a walking boot, and what I kind of decided is I'll start wearing that at night, because what that'll do is it kind of keeps your foot in a 90-degree angle, and it prevents when you're sleeping, it put your foot forward. So what that does is that activates your calf, gastrocnemius, and your soleus a bit. It's not a super hard contraction, but when you do have your foot forward, that's when your calf gets activated. So the idea here is to keep your foot in almost a 90-degree angle, and so you're kind of in a balance of stretching those calf muscles and the Achilles. It's not a gnarly stretch, but it just prevents the foot from having excessive motion. So those plantar fascia muscles down there can heal properly in a correct position, in a neutral position. Okay, so you can get a splint for that if you have a walking boot from maybe a previous ankle sprain or something. And the next thing you can do is, since I just took a hot tub, my body's nice and warm, I decided to do the Gua Sha technique. And if you guys can see that, that is where you apply some oil, emollient, to the skin. Then use one of these tools, this one, and you go down to that area. What it does is it breaks up some scar tissue, some soft tissue, breaks up adhesions, kind of gets blood flow back into that area. And that's what you really need for plantar fasciitis. Get some blood flow, break up some of these fascia, tissues, soft tissues, and kind of really get blood flow back into there. And that's how it'll really start healing. And it's nice to get some friction in there. It's kind of like an ART technique. You're kind of breaking up some tissue. What you can do is you can start in this posterior tibialis, kind of where it comes and connects, kind of clean up that insertion right there. Next thing you do is take another tool, come really along that Achilles. This one's really good. You can use kind of the dull edge of it to kind of grasp all of it. It gets a little crunchy down here. You use the other edge, really clean it up. If you have any heel spurs, this is great for it. You can kind of break those up. Okay, and of course, you can come to the plantar tissue itself and really clean up this insertion here. And it's like the Graston technique. This is what originally has been around for a couple hundred years. Ancient Chinese technique. And this just breaks up some soft tissue. Really important to get blood flow in there. Sometimes this can occur because sometimes proper blood flow isn't doesn't the location doesn't have proper blood flow, so it's good to get blood flow back in there so all the nutrients and the healing process can really begin. So you want to kind of clean up everything, even this high gastroc. And this is a cool technique. I think it's probably underrated just because it's been going on for a couple hundred years, but I think it's probably a little underrated because people just don't know a whole lot about it. But if you take the Graston technique, for example, it's pretty much the same thing. And I actually did it yesterday, and I got a lot of relief from it this morning. So I'm believing that it really does help, and it does feel pretty good. It could be a little placebo too, but who knows? I like it. I mean, you're literally kind of scraping the tissue. If you kind of think of physical therapy techniques, when they do, break up soft tissue with their hands and stuff, same technique, and you can really kind of have you use your imagination on this, kind of, do circles, go opposite directions, and there you go, guys. So that's a little thing you can do for plantar fasciitis. clamp that Achilles a bit, kind of like what we do on the barbell, and so forth. So there you go, guys. See ya.